Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to do first impressions video on the Drifting Classroom by Kazuo Umezz. This is the new 3-in-1 hardcover edition put out by Viz. These were originally released in single editions back in the day. There's 11 volumes in total, so there's going to be a few of these larger hardcover omnibuses, which are absolutely gorgeous. The quality is just amazing. The trim size is obviously larger, so you get to see the art in a nicer format. I believe there is an updated translation in this. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the case. This series, if you don't know, was originally released in Japan starting in, I believe, 1972. So it is very much a classic horror series that I unfortunately haven't read before. I've always wanted to, never was able to get my hands on the older volumes of it. And so when they announced this hardcover edition and reprinting it, I was so happy. I love Japanese horror manga, and to read something that is very much a pillar in the genre is very exciting. And I was not disappointed. This is a really, really cool series about this class of elementary school students, um, or actually a whole school. It's an elementary school that just disappears. Uh, it's completely gone. There's a hole in the ground where it existed before, and now these students at this elementary school, and these teachers as well, are all stuck in this wasteland. The school is just floating in this like desert looking wasteland, um, with monsters and things all surrounding them. And so it kind of goes, obviously, it focuses more on the students and the school, but it does actually go back into the other world or dimension or whatever, where the rest of the families are and where the school used to be. And so you're trying to piece together this mystery of what happened, why did it happen, where did these kids go, and is there ever going to be a way to get them back? And it's so fascinating. The storytelling is so well done. I was very impressed. Uh, and I read this whole omnibus, these 3 volumes, in one sitting. I was so captivated. I cannot wait for the next volume. Um, it was just amazing, and it's really atmospheric. It's not necessarily, it's violent for sure. There is quite a bit of violence, um, and if you're not a fan of violence against children, or okay with like having that be an aspect of the story, I would steer clear of this one because it is very much uh, a survival of the fittest, and it doesn't matter that these kids are like grades 1 through 6. Uh, it is very much we're gonna survive or you're gonna die. Um, and so yeah, it's pretty brutal. And but the atmosphere is so interesting because it's this weird barren wasteland that just, if you think, you're like, oh well, it's just sand and it's just, how could that be so scary? But the way that that this story is created, like, you really feel hopeless and you really feel so disconnected, and just as they're kind of trying to unravel this mystery, you're like, wow, there's really nothing out there. How are we supposed to even move forward, let alone even think about potentially ever seeing our parents again or seeing our families or going home? Like, it's so interesting the way that it's done, and I'm really excited to see what happens next. The art is fantastic. It's very much oh, there's the crater. Um it's so fascinating. I am really, really enjoying this older style. it holds up. It really does. You know, I'm enjoying the fact that more classic manga is being released here and re-released for the ones like this one that had been released in English previously, because these stories, they don't go out of date. Like, they're not, even though this was written in the 70s, it's still super creepy, it's still super relatable, and the art is still gorgeous, and the story is still well done. It hasn't fallen out of being relevant, and I'm so excited for this. If you haven't checked it out and you like horror manga, please do. The release is beautiful. um and it's expensive, obviously. I got this one. This is $47 Canadian. I think I got it for like $23 or $24 or something, because I got it on sale. So, I wouldn't necessarily recommend paying full price for it unless you have the money to just do that. But you can find it on sale, wait for a coupon code or something wherever you buy your manga from, and definitely pick it up. If you've read The Drifting Classroom, please let me know your thoughts. No spoilers, please. Like I said, I've only read these 3 volumes, but I'd like to hear your first impressions if you're reading this edition as well. Yeah, thanks for watching.